What a relief to be back out in the black. I didn't realize how trapped I had felt on that station until I exited the mail slot and I saw the stars stretching out before me, endless opportunities and possibilities, not only my dreams, but those of my family sparkling out there. Here we go, I said as I pulled up the galaxy map to find the location I needed to head to. Oh, yeah. It's far. It's further than I've ever traveled alone before. I zoom out, looking at the size of the galaxy and how very small our little bubble of human space is. This is incredible. I set out before the daunting task could really sink in. The first day, I was looking over my shoulder a lot. Every time I scanned a system, I dread seeing a ship closing in on me. But finally, I fell into a rhythm. Honk, scan, map, honk, scan, map, honk, scan, map, rinse and repeat over and over. I had just reached this gorgeous system with 3 water worlds and 2 Earth-like planets. If you didn't know, an already discovered Earth-like or water world both net about 1.1 million credits for the FSS scan and mapping. If I'm ever lucky enough to discover an Earth-like or water world of my own, it'll net me 3.2 million each. It was as I was floating in the upper atmosphere of the final water world, I got a video request. Anonymous pilot connection? Maeve, this is Commander Limewire. I saw the tattooed man, Jensen's face. You're headed to the Pleiades. I need you to get me something from there. I think I sat there in shock for a little too long because he glanced down checking our connection was still there. What do you need? My stomach had flipped a bit when I had seen his face. Meta-alloy, can you bring me an extra? He leaned back in his bunk, his eyes watching me intently. If I can even find it, what's it for? I was suspicious. How did he know where I was heading, or who was he to tell me what to do? Oh, wait, he was the person that had just saved my life. His metallic irises glinted as he leaned his head to the side, sizing me up. Science, was his simple answer. Well, that's vague, I grumbled. I'll need more than that. It's really important, Maeve. You'll be saving lives. He leans forward, and I feel my heart rate jack up just a notch. We'll call it even then. Fine. I saw him leaning forward to end the call. Any word on Shrimp? He glanced off screen, probably using his implants. Nothing yet, he answered, pausing a bit too long. I narrowed my eyes, but I didn't say anything. We're about to jump. Bring me that alloy. He terminated the call before I could ask any other questions. What the heck? I vented my frustration to the empty cockpit of the ship. I had become a pilot to chart my own course, not to get tossed around by everyone and anyone. Still, if he was telling the truth, it would save lives. How could I ignore his request? It was a few jumps later, my life-saving capabilities would be put to the test. I was mindlessly honking, scanning, and looking around when I picked up a distress signal. Kicking my ship up to 100% throttle, I raced towards the signal source. Locking on and dropping out, I found a Type 6, floating, dark. A desperate female voice came over the comms. Please help! We underestimated the fuel we needed to reach our destination. Can you refuel us? I fumbled with the comms. This is the 4-leaf clover. I don't have the capabilities to refuel you. I will go get help. There was no reply. I was just hoping I'd be able to find someone in time. Depending on their life support, they'd have mere minutes of oxygen until it ran out and they all asphyxiated. Jumping out, I beelined it for the nearest station. Just as I was slowing down, bam! I got pulled into an interdiction. Not now, I gritted my teeth. Someone's life was on the line, and I can't get out of this. Fighting the tunnel, I'm not submitting this time. What do you have on you? Anything good? The pirate interdicting me sent me a direct message. I don't have anything, I shouted at the empty cockpit as I throttled into the blue zone to get better tracking on the tunnel. Starting to win the interdiction, I see his bar dropping. When the interdiction fail prompted came up, I cheered, "Yes! Take that, you dirty pirate!" But then I noticed I'd passed the station. Drats! I looped back around and dropped out at the station, quickly calling the emergency comms line. "Station security." A computerized voice answered my call. "Emergency support needed. I found a ship out of fuel," I say before the rest of the automated message continued. "If you or your ship is in a life-threatening situation, press 1. If you or another ship has information on wanted pilots, press 2. If you have a fine to pay off, please talk to our representatives on the station. For all other requests, stay on this channel. One of our operators will be with you shortly." I press 1 and wait impatiently until I hear the click of someone joining the comms channel. "Where are you?" a terse male voice asks me. "Just outside the station," I reply, and before I can say anything else, he cuts me off. "Are you on emergency oxygen?" He sounds bored, like he's reading off of a script. "No, I'm calling because..." He cuts me off again. "Is your ship under its own power?" he asks. "Yes! I'm calling for another pilot who's stranded without fuel!" I yell into the comms, frustrated. "Miss, are you or your ship in danger?" he asks in a condescending way. "No, I just came from a ship that's out of fuel," I say, getting even more frustrated with him. "Call the fuel rats. This line is for extreme emergencies only. Don't waste our resources again, pilot, or we'll have to fine you." He terminated the connection. I sat there staring at the orbiting station in disbelief. Rude! Then I noticed the hollow billboard for the fuel rats. Who the heck are they? I typed in the comms channel and then added my request. Instantly, someone replied, and the text scrolled across the screen. "Are you in need of assistance?" I typed back, "No, I found a stranded pilot who needs your services." Text scrolled, "Thank you. We're putting you on with one of our rats." A comm channel blinked request. "This is the Four-Leaf Clover," I answered. "Hello, Commander. My name is Ron. I hear you're trying to help a stranded pilot. We're here to help. Tell us where you found them and anything about the state of their ship." A calm voice said back on the other end. "She was about 10 light years away from the main star in the system." I share, then rack my brain for more information. "The distress signal was strong when I left to find help. She was out of power and on emergency oxygen." "Do you remember her ship code?" Ron asked me calmly. "I do not," I said, kicking myself. Why hadn't I thought to check? "That's all right. You've done all you can. We'll take it from here. We're here if you ever need us." He sent me a link to information on scoopable stars and what to do in an emergency. "Thank you," I said, feeling mixed feelings as the connection ended. I didn't like leaving it up to someone else to do something I could do. But one of the things my grandpa told me before he passed away always sticks with me. "Maeve, you need to know when to do something yourself and when to ask for help. That's the difference between a stubborn deck cleaner and a humble station manager." My answer used to always be, "Shouldn't I at least try doing it myself first?" He'd shake his head at me, his mustache twitching. "Maeve, your time is precious. Use it on things that bring you joy and help others, not trying to prove you can do everything yourself." I remember not understanding at the time, but in the years since his passing, I realized more and more how much was imparted in that simple exchange. It is harder to ask for help sometimes than stubbornly try to do everything yourself. Little did I know we'd need all the help we could get for what was coming. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Lady in Red. If you ever find yourself in need of fuel, just call the Fuel Rats free of charge. The link is in the description. Tune in next week when Maeve has her first encounter with alien tech.